Hello everyone, it's Vivi and welcome back. Sadly, Sony announced that the PlayStation Store on PlayStation 3 and Vita will shut down this summer. Respective dates are as follows: 2nd of July for the PS3 and August 27th for the Vita. As for the PSP in-game purchases, or purchase functionality, what's left of it, well, that too will cease on July 2nd. The PSP storefront actually shut down back in 2016, but Sony still allowed players to purchase content without using the PlayStation Store. So, the PS Store is shutting down on PS3, Vita, and no more purchase functionality on the PSP. So what does this mean for you? Sony released an official information page on the whole situation. Once this scenario goes live this summer, you will lose access to digital game purchases and video content. In-game purchases for PS3, PS Vita, and PSP will cease completely. Example, you have a PlayStation 3 game, either digital or physical, you can't download DLC anymore. As for your PSN wallet, you will no longer be able to redeem voucher gift cards on these three systems. The funds in your wallet can still be used on the PS4, PlayStation 5, the PS Store on the web, and on the PlayStation app. I'd like to assume you guys have a few questions, so let's go over a few. Question number 1. What happens to my already purchased PS3, Vita, or PSP games on the PS Store? You can still play them and re-download them by accessing your downloads list on your PS3, Vita, and PSP. Remember, digital PSP games are compatible on your Vita. If you bought a digital PSP game, it should also appear in your downloads list on your Vita. Question number 2. What happens to my cross-buy PS3 Vita games? Say you still want to purchase a PS3 game which comes with cross-buy support on the Vita. You have to make sure you download either version before the store's closure. The official quote from Sony is as follows: "If you have purchased a PS3 and PS Vita cross-buy bundle and have only downloaded either the PS3 or PS Vita version, you will need to download the other version prior to the closure of PS Store on the relevant device." Since I cover Ratchet & Clank and Sly Cooper on this channel, I'll use these two examples. Sly Cooper Thieves in Time, buying it digitally for example, comes with cross-buy. Buying it physically, I believe cross-buy has expired, sadly. Buying the Vita version digitally does not come with the free version for the PlayStation 3, so as I was saying, you have to make sure you download the Vita version or the PS3 version, whichever version you prefer, before the store closes. The same goes for, say, Ratchet & Clank Full Frontal Assault or Q-Force for PAL regions. If you purchase this game digitally, you can get cross-buy for your Vita. But buying this game on Vita standalone digitally is not available. This is of course in North America. So, before the store closes again, make sure to keep both versions if you can, or if you want. Another question, number 3. What happens to my wallet if I don't have a PS4 or PS5? If you never plan on getting a PS4 or a PS5, Sony will allow you to get a refund. Pretty much, with no more PS Store on the PS3 and Vita, you can't do anything with your wallet, unless you decide to purchase later gen consoles. So for that, Sony will allow you to request for a refund. However, Sony explained that more information will be shared eventually regarding this refund. In the meantime, Sony advises people to top up your wallet enough for the purchase of a game in particular. They're pretty much saying to not go overboard. Now I wonder why. Is it because they're not gonna refund the whole thing at once? If putting too much money in your wallet, is it gonna make the situation a bit more difficult for them? I'm not too sure, but you'll eventually get a refund if you request for it. For more details on the whole store closure, a link will be put in the description below. So for the next step, let's go over some goodies you can still obtain surrounding games which are notorious on this channel. Goodies you might miss out on. Sly Collection on PlayStation 3. You can actually buy the remastered games separately. As for the collection on Vita, it's a bundle. You can't buy the Vita version separately, it's part of a collection. However, purchasing the Sly Collection on the Vita, physically, there is a big downside to it. the code which comes with it for Sly 3, Sly 3 is not on the cartridge. The code's expired. So naturally you start hearing these horror stories. People were either sent the wrong code, they got Thieves in Time instead, or were sent $10 to download the game on Vita, the third game, only to realize that the game is not even available on the PS Store. So my advice to you, if you want the collection on Vita, buy it digitally while you still can. Plus, the digital version of the collection on the PlayStation 3 or Vita is cheaper than what you can find online for physical. Next, we have the Jak and Daxter collection on the PlayStation 3. You can also download the games separately. As for the Vita, the same scenario as before. You simply have a collection on Vita. You cannot purchase the Vita remastered games separately. Yes, there is a bundle for Jak and Daxter on the PlayStation 4, which includes Jak X, but those games on the PS4 are not technically remasters. They're more of emulated versions of the games we had on PlayStation 2, but, you know, they are more expensive. We have Ratchet & Clank Quest for Booty bundled with Into the Nexus. Unfortunately, if you purchase Into the Nexus physically, the code which comes with it for Quest for Booty expired around 2016. So your best option when looking at Into the Nexus and Quest for Booty, you can purchase Into the Nexus digitally and, according to its description, you can still get Quest for Booty for free bundled with it. Buying it physical, 1, the code is expired, and 2, the prices on Amazon are pretty nasty. Crack in time, you have free demos for Clank and Ratchet. Buying it digital is still cheaper. Tools of Destruction, free demo plus digital extras. As for the digital extras, I don't recall if the physical copies had voucher codes for that. If so, remember, you have until July 2nd to redeem those codes. Worst comes to worst, if you do have codes, if you buy them physically, they're probably expired. Deadlocked bundled with Full Frontal Assault. Looking at the digital description, it states that you get Deadlocked. However, buying Full Frontal Assault or Q-Force physically, Deadlocked, I believe, should appear under disc benefits, but is probably expired. Fun fact, Deadlocked bundled with Full Frontal Assault or Q-Force was compensation in 2013 because the Vita version was delayed back then. Speaking of Full Frontal Assault, you do have a free demo and add-on skins. Remember, once the store closes, you will no longer be able to purchase these skins. And by the way, yes, the servers still work for Full Frontal Assault if you want to play online. As for the amount of people playing the game or traffic, I'm not certain. Ratchet & Clank All for One, there's a demo available, the Ratchet & Clank collection on PlayStation 3, or separately you can still purchase the games remastered separately on the store. As for the Vita, the same as before. You simply get a collection, all games bundled together. Again, if you purchase the Ratchet & Clank collection digitally, it's cheaper than physical. Yes, you can purchase Quest for Booty separately, but if you haven't played Into the Nexus, if you're a newcomer to the series and want to try out previous games, I would suggest to purchase ITN and get Quest for Booty for free. We also have Ratchet & Clank Size Matters on the PSP, which should be playable on the Vita digitally. Secret Agent Clank on the PSP and Vita, plus a free demo. By the way, the prices you see on screen there in Canadian dollars. We got Secret Agent Clank plus Daxter bundle for the PSP. I believe this is the cheapest option if you want to try both games, instead of buying them separately. And the same goes for Daxter, it's a PSP game, so if you purchase this on your Vita, you should be able to play it. So, while you still can, and of course if you're still interested, you can download or purchase these games on the PlayStation Store. So with that being said, folks, this is it for the video. If you have any more questions or anything of such sort, leave it all in the comments section below. And as always, I've been Vivi, and thank you so much for watching.